And then congratulations to the winners. Okay, here we go. So what we can do... Okay, welcome to Not Another Podcast. This is not a podcast. This is still not a podcast, but we are going to talk about some stuff tonight. Isn't that right, Ben?
That is correct.
Ben, introduce yourself.
I am Ben, Magic player, friend of Medina, and not a podcaster.
Not a podcaster. I am also not a podcaster. And I am Jonathan, friend of Ben and friend of many of you watching. Okay, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, we are doing this live on Twitch, okay? And there's no schedule, so we do it whenever we want. So, you know, you'll just have to follow or something. All right, so today we want to talk about the War of the Spark Mythic Edition. Okay, so what they do is they release this box with every set so far in the Ravnica series. And the box has 8 packs, which contain a special foil Planeswalker. Okay, so there was the Guilds of Ravnica one, and then there was the Ravnica Allegiance, right? One, which was not very good. And then there was the War of the Spark Mythic Edition, and that one has been the best. Would you say that's the best one so far, Ben?
I think everybody would say it's the best one so far.
Now, are you just saying that because it has Jace in it and you love Jace?
That could be the reason, but it also has Ugin, which I hear other decks would like. So, but also it's just the 2 biggest money cards out of all the Planeswalkers revealed so far. Correct? I mean, the biggest one before that was Teferi. Would you say was Teferi the big one before?
I think so. I think it was Teferi. Yeah, maybe Teferi.
Yeah.
So it's definitely one of the most valuable. So when Wizards of the Coast, so here's the Planeswalkers in the Mythic Edition for War of the Spark. We have Jace the Mind Sculptor, Ugin, Spirit Dragon, Nicol Bolas, Dragon God, which is from the new set, Tezzeret the Seeker, Vintage All-Star, Gideon Blackblade, also from the new set, Nahiri the Harbinger, sees a little bit of modern play and some EDH play, Garruk, Apex Predator, and Sarkhan Unbroken. So not a bad lot of Planeswalkers. And I think this is by far the best one they've released. And so when they released it, they said there's going to be 12,000 copies of this and that's it. Okay? And they said this time we're going to sell it through eBay, and
which they did with the last one, correct?
No, they didn't sell it through eBay with the last one, right? They sold it...
through... No,
they did through eBay.
Yeah, they did through eBay.
Yeah, they did it through... Okay, so the first one, they sold it on the Hasbro toy shop, and it was a disaster. The second one, they sold it on eBay, but it was, like, pretty bad. So there's still some of it left of the second one. They still have some, okay? And so now this one they did on eBay because, hey, let's do it again. There's no problems, right? Well, there was a huge just debacle, fiasco, whatever you want to call it. It was a problem. The site sold out in 6 minutes. So...
or did it?
Do you think it did?
Well, it kept going, right? The train didn't leave the station. It obliterated the station and just...
Well, it did stop at one point. So when they got to 11,995, it stopped. So that's when it sold out, right? It sold out at 11,995 or 11,995. It sold out and you couldn't buy them anymore. And then what happened was a lot of people got canceled. So it would say like, okay, you bought it. And then it would say, sorry, your payment did not process. It's been canceled. And then all these other stock went online. And so people could buy it again. And that listing went up to like 40,000 sales.
Yep.
I don't know if they put it back online and didn't set a limit or what happened. But what it sounds like happened is the first wave didn't go through. So they had to put it back up again, but they didn't put the limit and it went up to 50,000. And then they stopped it at the 50,000. And then for some reason they put up another listing, which is a different listing bit from that one. And then that one sold up to 5,000 and then they shut it down. So did you try to buy any of this stuff, Ben?
I did not. I didn't have the liquid capital available at the time. I did have a friend who tried, not Medina, and he tried at the very rep like everybody else. Didn't get in on it, and then I'd say about 15 after 3, I just looked on eBay just to look, and I had the capital. It said I could order it, so I told him to go for it. He said he got his 2 boxes, and then he didn't get his 2 boxes.
Okay, so did he get the cancellation email or?
I believe so. I haven't gotten a text of tears yet, so perhaps he hasn't his email. I would assume that he would have gotten canceled because he was well into the like 30,000s
Okay.
when he would have gotten his order in. So I assume that his are canceled.
Okay, so what happened was after they did all that, everybody who was able to successfully place an order, I did, we all thought, okay, we got it. We did it. Okay. But then eBay said, whoa, we're going to be canceling some of those orders and doing refunds. Okay. Because, they only had 12,000 to sell and they oversold. Okay. So that's what they said. And then Wizards of the Coast said, hey, look, we're working closely with eBay. And what we're going to be doing is sending out emails whether you got it or whether you didn't get it. Okay? And then your order will be canceled and refunded if you didn't get it. And if you got it, congratulations. And so these are the 2 emails that went out. The first one, this is the big one, you'll notice the one for the people who didn't get it is longer than the one for the people who did get it. Okay? So here's what it says. Hello. Yesterday, Wizards of the Coast launched the exclusive Magic the Gathering War of the Spark Mythic Edition card set on their eBay Hasbro store. The excitement for this set was overwhelming. 12,000 booster boxes sold out almost instantly, thanks to bots, of course.
Of course.
And technical issues resulted in the set being oversold beyond the limited quantity available. As a result, we're not able to successfully complete your order. We'll issue you a refund very shortly in the original form of payment. It's safe to say that Jace and his War of the Spark Mythic Edition pals broke the internet yesterday. Yikes. We want to make sure that you still have a chance to get in on some action. First, eBay will be sending you a virtual gift card toward a future purchase in a separate email. Keep eyes open for that. Secondly, we're working with Wizards of the Coast to send something special to every person whose order was canceled. You'll hear more about the delivery in the future email from us. Your experience yesterday wasn't what we wanted or you expected, and we hope that you accept these tokens of thanks from us and Wizards of the Coast. The yikes at the end is terrible. That is funny, right? Yikes. Why would I don't know. I feel like this email is decent. I think that
it's a little playful, right? Like they're trying to be playful with it. They're saying, oops, our bad. Insert terrible corporate joke center, and then, soften you up with free stuff at the end.
They're like, you're going to get free stuff. Don't worry about it, guys. So the other email is this one here. Hello, congratulations. Yesterday, Wizards of the Coast launched the exclusive Magic the Gathering War of the Spark Mythic Edition card set on their eBay Hasbro store. 12,000 booster boxes sold out almost instantly, and we're excited, though not as excited as you, that your order is confirmed. All right. We'll be shipping these sets out soon. Keep an eye on your inbox for shipping confirmation. In the meantime, please reach out, blah, 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 if you have any questions about your order. Okay. So the one saying you got it, much shorter, less playful. Look, don't worry. You got your box.
You're good.
Right? You're good. This one, hey, we're super sorry. Jace broke the internet. Ha, ha, ha. You're going to get free stuff. So, I don't know. I like them. I like the emails. I think they did a good job. What do you think, Ben?
I agree. So, do you think this is a collaborative email apology, or is this who's trying to save face here? Do you think it's eBay trying to make sure that these people are going to come back and still buy stuff from eBay? Do you think it's Wizards making sure that people are okay with their eBay shop? Where do you think this is falling?
I think it's both. So I think that the fault really falls to eBay. Okay,
Agreed.
mostly the fault is eBay's, because eBay did not process the 12,000 orders in a way that was that made sense, right? They allowed all these bots to overrun their system because they didn't have the safeguards in place to stop the bots, and their payment processor was not processing the payments fast enough. So the problem is eBay's problem technically, okay,
Right.
but nobody's going to point the finger at eBay. We're going to point the finger at Wizards of the Coast, right?
But should we? Because this isn't like Medina put up a 12,000 count sale on eBay. This they known for what, like a month now that we were getting 12,000 units.
Yeah.
So this had to have been set up in place with both parties involved, because this is like what, a $3 million transaction. So both parties are very interested to make sure that this happens as smooth as possible. So I would have to imagine that eBay would have taken care of all of this before the launch at 3:00.
So what you're saying is, should people point at Wizards?
I honestly don't see why they should. I mean, I see this almost as the Wizards were selling 12,000 units on your site. Tell us how to do it. They did, and it still wasn't palatable enough for all parties involved. Because it just, I don't understand why it would sell through over the 12,000 original. That part right there just screams to me as a novice that eBay, either it's them or their software or something, their ticker, that I don't see how Wizards has any control over that.
Right.
Like if they put up 12,000, how can they dictate that more or less than that?
Right. And so, like, I'm not saying it is Wizards of the Coast's fault, but I'm saying it doesn't matter, because
Right.
Wizards of the Coast is going to get blamed. Now,
Right.
should they? That doesn't matter either, because Wizards of the Coast is still going to get blamed.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not here to tell somebody how to live their life and be like, okay, you should blame this person, you should not blame that person. What I will say is that it's clear that Wizards of the Coast and eBay are working together, Wizards to protect its brand, eBay to protect its brand and its platform. And so eBay is going to throw in the gift cards, and Wizards is going to throw in something. Okay. What do you think it is? Because you said nothing, but they're going to throw something in.
I've been thinking about that. In the time that you read that email, I think I have an idea.
Okay, what do you think it's going to be?
You want the hot take?
I want the hot take.
Okay, here's the hot take. It's not going to be a box topper of any kind.
Wow, you're breaking
I don't think it's going to be
hearts.
that.
Don't
I'm
say
breaking
that.
hearts. Here, no.
Our viewer count's dropping right now.
It could be better. It could be better.
Okay.
I think it's going to be something that they've announced that is coming by the end of the year. I think it's going to be the WPN packs, the treasure packs or whatever they're calling them.
Okay.
I think that they will send those out early to these people, a la the Ultimate Box Toppers.
What
Yeah.
are the WPN treasure packs?
Those are they will, as it's saying in there, they will contain a possibility 1 in 4 will have one of the Japanese alternate art planeswalkers from the set. It's like a small pack of 4. They're supposed to be given out as prizes to.
Do we have any information, like, where we can look at an article?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the article is. It's been on Wizards. The breakdown, it shows the full breakdown of the packs.
Yeah,
like
that's what I want to see.
Yeah, as far as that goes, I do not know, but I think it's like 4 cards in each pack, and each slot has a thing of the possibility of what happens in that slot.
Okay, so tell us.
I don't know offhand. I know that the second card slot, 1 in 4, is going to be the alternate art planeswalker.
Okay.
Japanese. So that's the way that they come into
Are
America.
they foil or are they just regular?
I don't know if they are foil. I don't think they are. It could be one of those things where the super rare possibility of them being what do they call it? Isn't that the Wizards Play Network, right? Isn't that what it stands for?
Yeah, Wizards Play Network is the network of stores that Wizards has.
Yeah. So let me.
So like I'm curious, like what I'm trying to figure out when you say this pack, I'm trying to figure out is the EV of this
Okay.
pack
Here it is.
okay.
Okay. So the WPN
Can you
promo pack. I just did the. Oh yeah. Here, let me.
yeah. Can you send it to me so I can see it too?
Yeah. Give me a second here.
I think you might have to whisper it to me because I don't know if you're.
I'm probably not cool enough in this.
Let me see if I can mod you too, while you're doing that. What is it? Deer does?
It is. It is. There we go. Okay. So anyway, for everyone listening at home, it has 4 cards in the pack. The first position is a promo stamped rare or mythic rare from the most recent set. The second position is a promo stamped standard legal rare or mythic rare from a short public list curated by Magic's design studio, and that's where the alternate art can come into play, the Japanese.
Okay.
The third position is a promo stamped alternate art basic land, usually one of the 5 different cards.
Okay.
And the final position is a special season specific card with special treatments such as alternate frames / alternate art, usually one of the 3 different cards. So usually they're distributed through Draft Weekend, F&M, Magic Weekend,
Okay.
player events. So this is my guess. This is how they're going to tweak it, because it's also going to give people what they a big thing of what they want, because those Japanese alt arts some of them are just as expensive as some of these box toppers.
But
so,
they won't all be Japanese alternate art.
no,
right?
no. What I think it's 1 in 4. I think 1 in 4 of these packs. Yeah, roughly 1 in 4 of the packs contains a Japanese anime style alternate art or the Spark Planeswalker. So 1 in 4 of them will have that possibility.
A Japanese foil?
No, not Japanese foil. Just Japanese anime style art, alternate art. Blah. So that would be. I don't think I've heard anyone mention that. I think that's what it will be, and it'll be coming. They'll get it earlier than before, so it'll be a way for people to see what these packs are going to be like.
Do you feel okay?
Buzz.
Okay. I like this idea. I like it. I like where you're going with it.
However,
Do you feel like that would? Do you think that will be like more interesting than a box topper to people?
I think people got spoiled last time. That's
Right.
my hot take.
Right. Of course they did. Of course, but that's
Right.
that's an
Right.
existing thing, right? That's a thing.
Right, from an Ultimate Master set that is no longer out. So
Yeah. Well, but that's what they expect, though, right? It's like.
So what's I mean, what box topper are they expecting? So like the next set we're gonna get here, then the WotC did this on purpose to push these new. Ooh, we have a conspiracy theorist. Let's get our tinfoil hats out.
Okay, where's my tinfoil hat? I don't have it with me. Okay. So Dub says that he thinks that they're doing this on purpose to push the new packs.
Well, I mean that you can't buy the packs anyway, so these aren't things that you can go out and buy.
Yeah.
But maybe it's the way to get people jazzed about those packs, to push people towards the your local store.
Again, I'm not sure I would want one of these packs over a box topper. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, yeah, sure, the top end of the packs is like pretty high, but so is the top end of a box popper.
Well, right, but what I'm saying is, I don't think there's any box toppers available. Like, what box toppers are you expecting?
Well, some people were mentioning that the Modern Horizons may have box toppers, and that they may be released early for this kerfuffle.
I think.
Is that viable?
I mean, it's certainly viable. Really, anything's viable at this point, right? Like, this is all pure speculation.
Sure, but let's not act like it's speculation. Let's act like we're doing the real work here, man.
I like my idea better. As far as not as.
Of course you do. It's your idea.
Let me rephrase that. I think it's a more sensible approach on their part, because these are things that are going to be given out anyway, but they're not going to be given out until the end of the year, like the course at 2020 season.
Right.
So I feel like that's a good enough apology, because really, they're only saying that they are going to do something in this email. They don't really need to do anything. It's not really their fault, but they're going to give you something.
Right.
So I think this is a good thing. And plus, who knows how juiced these things are?
They don't sound very juiced. I mean, they can't be as high value as the box toppers, right? Are they giving out like box topper value at F&Ms and
Oh
stuff?
man, these box toppers. I don't even like the box toppers, truth be told.
You don't
But
like them?
I don't like foils. So
Oh, that's true. That's true. But like, take yourself out of your own shoes. You did not try to buy these things, right? You
it's
did
true.
not. You did not have your heart crushed, did you?
Well, to be okay, let's get off our. I'll get on a soapbox too. I don't think people are their hearts are crushed. I think their desire to flip and make money got crushed. I don't think people that wanted these.
Wow. The hottest take. This is the hottest take. You're calling everybody who bought these like an F&M finance, or what was it, Magic Finance?
100%.
No.
I would say less than 10% of the people that got them are people that want them. Everyone else is like, oh, I can flip these for double the money. So it's just free money. So why wouldn't I just do it?
Well,
and the problem is everybody thought the same thing.
I think there's a lot of that happening, but I think also you're undervaluing the people who are like, hey, I really want that Ugin, and since this is so juiced, I'm going to buy it and then sell the others to pay for the box so that I can get the Ugin.
Yeah. I mean, that's a valid strategy. Or why not just buy the Ugin?
Angle just said that. Look at, hey, that Ugin is going to go in a deck of mine. The Jace, however.
Exactly.
No, but I don't think that's scummy, right? Because it's like you're just trying to play, the game on your budget, right? And if something like the stars align and you're able to buy this box that's going to pay for itself, then you can splurge a little bit and then get the money back, right?
Right. But that's the thing. Everybody's feeling that way, right?
Well, you kind of framed it like, look, everyone's getting hurt because they can't make their money. It's not about making the money. They wanted the product. I think people wanted the product.
Well, they wanted part of the product.
Sure.
I don't know. I haven't heard anyone said, oh, all of these planeswalkers are all the things I want, and they're all going in decks. No, you want the one or two you want.
Who's going to want to go in right now? Ugin is $275. Okay? Like, who's going to want to go pay $275 for an Ugin when you can buy the whole box for $250?
Well, I think
it's sensible. It's not like, hey, I'm greedy, I want to go and sell this stuff and get money. It's just that, hey, I want this Ugin and maybe this Nicol Bolas, but like I can't afford a $250 box. Thank goodness that I can sell these other Planeswalkers and get my money back.
Right, but isn't that how everybody felt?
Well,
isn't that why they're so expensive?
I think there's different classes, right? I think there's classes. There's the collector who says, oh, I have these other two boxes. I want the third one.
Right.
Okay. There's the other collectors who say, oh, that's really cool. I want to have that in my sealed collection, right? Or Planeswalker collectors who do say, I want all of these to have them in my Planeswalker binder, you know? And then there's other players who say, oh, like, I want, like, some of these for my, you know, actual decks. And I don't want them all. I just want some, and I'm going to sell. Or, you know, hey, I'm going to buy 2 boxes, sell one to make up for the cost of the other, and then, you know, keep the other one, open it, and put these cards in my trade binder and my stuff and whatever, you know.
Would you agree? Well, I wouldn't ask you to agree, but from all of the chatter I heard, and even people that I know that try to get them, would you agree that the most common practice heard is buy 2, sell 1 that pays for both?
I think that's pretty common. I think also there is that other element of the like Magic Finance guys in the stores that are like doing, you know, just strictly like buy like 100 or try to buy 100 and like just flip city, right? Like right. That's like the furthest degree of what you're talking about, the greed or whatever, right? And so yeah, I think that it's a normal practice to like buy 2 and sell 1 and keep the other. Right. So like, would it be like you see that opportunity, you get excited about it, right? And then you go and you put your money in there, and then you know you get owned. Like, doesn't that hurt? Like, you know, somebody's like, hey, I saved money for this. Like, I tried to like, you know, save up for this. I had plans, you know.
I mean, look, I feel that if everyone's trying to do that, then the fact that you didn't get in before another guy who's doing the exact same thing, I don't feel like you should feel too bad about that.
Well,
And the
I
fact that they're
personally
gonna,
don't. I don't feel
right.
bad. But
Well, I'm
some,
saying the proverbial you, not the Medina you.
right. But some people are upset because the bots and the bots bought it, and now the bots who bought it, they're going to sell it back to them for, infinite, right?
Yep.
That's annoying, and I think people are mad at the system that allowed that to happen, because it's like, okay, hey, if I'm fighting over these boxes with other players or even other financiers, if it's me versus them and we're battling it out with the refresh button, then I'm okay to lose to them. Okay, I lost, that's fine. Now if I'm fighting with a bot that's like has like how many eBay accounts open, who knows, and it's
Right.
just like purchasing infy, like, yeah, that feels bad, right? Because it's like, oh, I lost this spot, and now if I want to get it, it's going to be infinite. Like
If
that's a feel bad.
well, I think feel bads are correct, but
And also keep in mind, some people, like, my first order said success. I ordered in like minute one. I
yeah,
ordered in minute one. It was a success, and then it said payment couldn't be processed. So like here I was like beating the bots, beating those people, and then I still lose.
yeah, those are bad beats for sure, and that would be where the eBay credit comes in, right? Because that's eBay's fault.
Right.
I would think we could all agree on that part, right? That's
Yeah. I think
so
that's
so that's
totally eBay's fault. Yeah, I'm not going to say that was Wizards' fault, but Wizards is going to take a PR bath if they don't address it.
right, and that's what the so I guess that's why I'm saying with no knowledge of the inner workings, I feel like those WPN packs would be the
Uh-huh.
logical choice of where they slot the the freebie
And
because
what I
well,
feel about that is like it's less than the box topper, so people will be upset.
well, I mean they can be upset. I mean,
Yeah,
then
sure.
then they get mocked at because then you're crying over getting something free, but not the free thing you wanted. You got the other free thing that's not as more valuable as the other free. It's just you're getting something. You should not be complaining because that's just how I see it. But again, I didn't buy it because at the end of the day, they're foils. So
Medina wanted his foils. That's right, man.
yeah,
I did want the box, and I tried to buy it in many different ways. I personally tried to buy it. I asked some friends of mine to buy it for me, and then if we got through, like whatever we got through, we I would have it, and all of my attempts failed, and so you know I'm not mad about it, because in the end, my life is good, my life is good in the end. I don't like. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like many people, many of us, and this may not be everyone, but I think many of us have some anger underneath the surface, you know, and I think it's like a volcano, right? There's this lava that's like sloshing around down there about a lot of other things that have nothing to do with magic, and I think it's looking for a place to come out, right?
yeah, yep,
And I think what happened was this is like the perfectly frustrating situation for all of that lava, all of that stuff underneath to come like just surging out of people because they're looking for a release, right? And lava claw reaches. That was a good
wow,
one, Dub.
love
That
it.
was a good one. So I think that if if I were feeling that way where I'm like raging, now I had to take a moment where I had to breathe for a second because it was really frustrating in the moment to like order it, then be told, "Whoops, sorry, your payment didn't go through," and then me try to order it again and then saying, "Whoops, sorry, it's sold out." And so like that took me a second to like be like, okay, this is frustrating. But once I got out of the moment, I gained some perspective and I said, at the end of the day, these were never mine. Okay, I never owned them, and nobody's taking anything from me, and my life is good. I don't need this. I'm happy, and I'm not going to make someone else unhappy because this happened. You
Right.
know.
And do you think that people are as upset as they are because of the mob mentality of Twitter? When you're seeing post after post after post of people not getting what they wanted, and everyone feeding into that.
I'm not sure. I think it's the lava. I'll go back to the lava.
The lava.
I think some of it is the lava. I think it's like this stuff that is unresolved in our lives that is looking for a release. And I'm not saying that's the case with everybody, but I think that feeds into this situation is a perfect release for that. And I think I don't know. I like that. Dub says you can't lose what you never had. But I guess I could agree. Like, I haven't like analyzed the psychology enough to really know, hey, is there a mob mentality thing happening here? I think what was happening on Twitter was actually kind of like cathartic, right? People were feeling frustrated. The lava came out, and then they're banding together with a common enemy or a common like negative force, right? Yeah. And so you see a lot of cathartic posts and kind of like sharing in the experience of, am I still alive? Am I dead? Like, what happened? Did I get there? Did I not get there? And so I think you see a lot of that kind of thing. And I felt like that was good. Like that part of it. Like I felt like I feel like that was good.
So question, moving forward, if they want to continue doing Mythic Edition type things where they have the product like that, what do you think the best way to implement it is? Putting them back in packs? Or
so the best way
selling them to the local game stores, letting them actually disseminate to the masses?
I think the best way to do it is packs. I think the masterpieces
agreed
was the best way to do it. I don't think it's the most lucrative way to do it.
Really?
No, it's not. Because with the Mythic Edition, they get to sell the regular like installment of their boxes, and then they also get to sell the Mythic Edition. So the Mythic Edition is just extra money on top. And so I think they realized that they were able to stretch the wallets more. You know what I mean? And so, because the Mythic Edition has stuff that's not like, I don't know, it's like, it comes out later in a sense, like you could pre-order your boxes sooner than you can pre-order your Mythic Edition. So, So yeah, I think that it's probably more lucrative to sell directly for the Mythic Edition for them, and that's why they won't. But like, I like the distribution of it in boxes, like whether it's in a box topper or it's in a masterpiece. I just like that. I love the box topper thing. Like, I love buying a box, having a topper in it. We don't know what it is. It could be, it could be a Sarkin. It could be a Jace, and I think having those in the boxes is great. And I think that's the best way to distribute. Now, if you want to do this like product the way you're doing it, where it's like, okay, we want to get the box sales and we want to get this special, we want to get this special shot in the arm as well. I think they have to do a couple of different things. Number one, they have to price it higher. Okay, so like this should have just been $500. Like, they should have just released this as a $500 product. And
what would that do to Jace the Mind Sculptor then? What would that make those cost?
I don't know.
Would they remain the same, or would they just go to infinite?
Well, the thing is, we don't know what's happening right now. We don't know if it's just a bunch of FOMO that is like carrying these prices. People fear like they missed out and now they don't know what's happening. So I'm not sure. I know that what would happen is probably less would sell. Okay, because $500.
No,
so like,
I think it would just takes. It would. I think it would still take under 24 hours for that to sell.
Really?
So 100%.
Because here's my thinking: the reason this sold out so fast is because, like you said, free money.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but like, I think there comes a point where it's like not easy free money. It's like, am I going to drop $1,000 on 2 boxes here and then hope to get out of this stuff?
Right. Well, I think at 500, that cuts, Joe Schmo out, and it just puts Star City and Channel Fireball in the driver's seat,
Great.
where they can just buy them all up, and then
Great.
Well, but then they dictate the price of the things that you want.
Here's the thing: is like if it's a limited, because here's the problem: you're dealing with a limited edition product, right? And so, like, if you don't want to have like the rush on the bank and say like, hey, everyone's going to try to buy this immediately, right? There's a couple things you can do. And number one is the price. You can raise the price so that it doesn't get bombarded and bought out right away, right?
Right.
And then you say, well, then all these people will buy them. All these like distributors and like business owners. Well, to me, that's a good thing, because what that does is it allows Wizards to kind of outsource the distribution of these things to some supply chain that's already in place. A supply chain that's efficient, a supply chain that's going to get the cards to the people who want the cards, and that's going to be, kind of regulated by the market. It's going to be regulated by what people will pay for a Jace, what people will pay for an Ugin, and this kind of stuff. And they're going to be they're not going to be emotional about it. If they have, $25,000 tied up in these boxes, they're going to have to move these cards. This is not speculators. This is business people. So they paid 25 in. They're going to want to get that out, And so what's going to happen is they're going to try to sell these cards. And I think that, the prices probably would not be as crazy as they are now.
So at $500 a box, you think that the Planeswalker prices would actually go down?
I'm not sure if I'd say go down, but I think that it would change the whole dynamic. It would change who's holding these things. It would change all of that stuff. It would change how many sold. It would change, it would change a lot of things. So it's hard to say, because a lot of what's happening right now is based on what happened. So the price is what it is because of what happened. It's not just the market is going to yield this, We don't know what the market is going to yield because we don't have the supply. The supply is not set yet. We don't understand. We don't have it like in the market yet. It's just there was a big problem with buying the product.
When does that get shipped out, by the way? Is that already being shipped out to people?
No.
The 12,000?
No, everything that's being sold right now is not in anybody's hands.
Right.
Nobody has it in hand, right? And that's part of the problem right now. Once people start getting these things, imagine all the, players who got these and are trying to sell these things.
Yeah, a lot of the non-top two should tank pretty fast, I'd imagine.
I think the top two will tank because part of the reason people bought this is because at the bottom line, it's a free box. So like the way they look at it is like, I'm going to get my money from the Jace. I'm going to get my money from the Ugin, right? Those are the two things that they're going to sell if they have to get the $250 back. And they're only $250 in. So like there's going to be a race to the bottom once people get these in their hands. Now, what does that mean? Like, will the market absorb that and then just keep going? Like, just keep trucking? Maybe. But, like, this is not where the prices are going to stay, I don't think. I think we're going to see some disruption when it gets into these people's hands. And so it's hard to say, like, what $500 would do. But I think that's the kind of thing we'd have to look at. If you want to have a limited edition. Now, if you print to demand, that's another story, right? Because then it's like, $250, print to demand.
Yeah.
I think Wizards got in trouble when they said 12,000.
Yeah,
right?
They pigeonholed themselves.
They did, because if they didn't say 12,000, if they just said, like, limited run, then they could have just said, thanks for the 50,000 orders. We're just going to print those out. And, of course, people are like, well, it takes 6 months, blah, blah, blah. And they could just say, look, this sold better than expected. You can cancel your order, or you can wait, however long it takes for us to get the printing out, Yeah. And then people will just be like, I'll wait. I'm pretty sure people will just wait.
So do we think, I think we're in agreement, right? The best, I like it too, the box topper method, right? Because it helps people. You get that thrill of the lottery ticket, right?
Right.
But it also lowers the cost of your overall box, of every box, because that's something you can just sell off right away.
Right.
If it's not something you want. lowering the cost of your box.
And I think we would just see boxes go up, right? So like it would be like 135 to 150 a box, and then you would just get a box topper with it, and then distribution could sell it at like 100 or whatever, you know. Right. So like the LGSs will be taking on a bigger, you know, expense to buy the boxes, but then they'll probably sell out of all the boxes because there'll be box toppers.
Yep. Yeah. So I like it. Okay, we solved the problem. Wizards, if you're listening, you're welcome.
And I'll put the invoice in the mail.
Yep, 100%.
So let's see what the chat has to say about our crazy talk here.
There were some crazy points. I will give
the hottest take at $500 is crazy talk. Look, man, this is a limited edition product. It's not necessary to play the game. It's a luxury product. It should be priced as such. That's my opinion. The same amount would sell and it would be in the same amount of time. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because it would price out all the smaller people trying to buy it. It would price them out. Because it would at least price them out of 2 boxes, right? And the other thing is the danger. It's not just that. It's the danger that you won't be able to get out. That's the thing that's okay for $250. You know, it's free money. That's what it is. It's just free money. But at $500, is it still free money? I don't know. Is it? Maybe. But do you want to put $1,000 bet on that? And all those other people are going to bet $1,000 on it? That seems risky to me. I don't like that. I don't like risky plays. I like sure plays. Yeah, I would have just bought infinite of these at $250. Like that's not even a question. You know, like but at $500, I don't know if I would buy.
Yeah, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Rasdom. The box toppers aren't the same as the buy box promos, because the buy box promo, everybody gets the same thing. We're talking like the Ultimate Masters, right? Where you got the extended full art foil, one of what, 40, 45, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, where you get the big ticket item on top of the normal. So I don't think the box topper or buy a box are the same thing. Do you agree?
No. Also, the buy a box is limited to 60. So like there's only 60 buy a boxes, and then once those are done, they're done. So each store could have like, I think the most you can get is like 60. And so like, I mean, some stores don't get 60. They get like, I don't know, 15, 30, whatever. So the thing is that, when you sell out, you're done. And so not everyone gets a buy a box, where with a box topper, everyone would get a box topper.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about the shady practice of when they sell with like, for instance, the box toppers, places selling boxes for X or boxes without box topper for X minus Y? Like they're not allowed to do that, right?
No, I think they're allowed. I think they're allowed to do it. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Young Wolf. Welcome to stream, brother.
I think I know Young Wolf.
Yeah, you do. Brandon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Brandon.
Long time.
What's up, Norbert? Welcome. So is that Ben Mapes? It is Ben Mapes.
There he is.
All right. So and Mannix, what's up, Mannix? I know you said hi to me earlier, but I was in the mode. I was in a mode, So yeah, I think that I don't think anything is like anything like that is super shady in my opinion, because like for people who don't want the box topper, if they're going to get a better deal on the box, I don't think it's a bad idea, and I think people who want to provide that service to people, that's fine. Now, I think it's shady if you try to hide that you've taken the box topper out, or like, well, you're like, yeah, here's the box. Yes. Oh, it didn't come with a box topper. What's going on there? That's like, to me, that's shady, but I don't think it's shady. Why would you say it's shady for someone to offer a product?
Well, I'm referring, I thought, again, this is just pure speculation. I thought it said something like Wizard, as far as their distribution, like LGS and stuff like that, they're not allowed to remove the product like that. Like they're not allowed to remove the box topper from the box. They have to sell the box topper with the box. So they're marking up the cost of the box with the box topper.
No, I think the thing that you're probably referring to is that the box topper says not for resale on it. So like,
so there's, but at that point, then they're selling it, right, for that price.
Well, if you sell it sealed, yeah. Right?
What, I guess, yeah. Right? How else?
Well, okay. How about this? How about let's frame it a different way.
Frame it.
Okay. Ultimate Master boxes are $300. Okay, this is the fake numbers. I don't know what the real numbers are. Ultimate Master boxes.
Let's go 500. I think that's a good number.
I think it's a good number too. So Ultimate Master boxes are $300. If you sell us your box topper, we will give you $50 off, $50 back rebate. Is that shady?
That is framed a lot differently, though, right?
Like, right, but it's the same thing, though, right? Tomato, isn't
well, no, because at that point, you're selling the box topper, right?
No, they're selling you the box topper.
The person is, yeah. And are they allowed to buy the box topper? I don't know how that works.
Well, it would be a trade, right?
You're trading for credit.
You're trading for, trading in for, $50 in store credit, Like, is that a shady thing to do?
Only when they're inflating the cost of the box. If I know the MSRP is gone.
Mean, inflating the cost?
Okay, so like, let's go back to the days of the MSRP, right? So, like, say the box was $100.
Okay,
we'll say. Well, Ultimate Master. So we'll say Ultimate Masters was what, $200. We'll say $200 a box.
Okay,
and that's with the box topper.
Yeah, $200. Yeah, we'll just
they say, we're selling the boxes without the box topper for $200, with the box topper $250. So like they're saying they're saying they're selling it for $250 with the box topper, or we'll take the box topper out and we'll sell it to you for what it's supposed to be going for, $200.
Yeah, so like MSRP is just like it's missed, right? It's so like I always get weird about these inflating the price, right? The price is like it's not really inflated if someone's going to pay for it, right? So like it's like, okay, do you want this box for $250 or not? No, I don't want it. Okay, nice doing business with you. I do want it. Okay, then let's exchange currency. Like, to me, like, it's not an inflation thing, it's like we're not talking about food and water here. We're talking about magic cards. So like you have the option to not pay for it. You have the option to go buy it somewhere else. Nobody is saying you're forced to buy it for $250. So like, to me, it's like the market will always tell you if I'm asking too much for something, then nobody's going to buy it. And if I need to sell it, then what am I going to do? I have to lower the price, right? So to me, it's like you can inflate the price. That just hurts yourself, right? It doesn't hurt other people. Is that right, or is it coming to look at it?
Well, it definitely puts a bad taste in the buyer's mouth. Like if I see that, because I won't buy from that place.
Well, but why does it put a bad taste in your mouth?
It puts a bad taste in my mouth because I'm looking at it. I'm saying, "Oh, well, these are supposed to be this price," but you're saying I can get it for that price as long as you get to keep the box topper. I'm like, well, then I'll just go somewhere else, and then I just won't come back to that place.
Right. So they have made a value evaluation of the business model, right? They've said, well, we're not going to shoot for the low spending people. We're going to shoot for the people who will pay the $250, and you're not in that target market, right? So they've already decided ahead of time, like we're not going to cater to Ben because he doesn't understand, he doesn't understand what it takes to run an LGS. So like if he wants everything at rock bottom price, then he can go and put the work in and find the stuff at the rock bottom price, and
Well, to be fair, what I'm referring to is not the rock bottom price. I'm talking about the price that it's supposed to be sold for.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like MSRP,
I'm not asking for a discount. I'm just asking it not to be inflated because there's a box topper.
Yeah, but like if it's MSRP is $250 and the boxes are $500, and you're like, why don't you sell it to me for MSRP? That's what it's supposed to be. It's like, come on, dude. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's like the market is yielding 500. That's not, MSRP is not real in that case. Like, you can't hold MSRP as like some kind of, extortion measure or whatever. Like, look, you have to give it to me for this because that's what the manufacturer says. That's not, it's a suggested retail price, as Dub says. Yeah.
No, I understand.
It's a suggestion. It's not a price set, and the market will tell you what the real price is. So to me, it's like, because like a lot of people don't understand what it takes to run an LGS. Like a lot of people don't understand, like a draft. Okay, this is a perfect example. Like people are like, how much are your drafts? Oh, well, they're $15. $15? I can draft for $10 over at such and such place, right? And it's like, but think about it. Like, how much do the packs cost the LGS to actually buy, right? It's like $7 to like facilitate a draft for people. So basically, you sit 8 players down at a table and you have someone running this draft, right? And what is it? Like we're getting like $3 a player, 3 times 8.
24.
So we're making $24 on the draft, right? But then it's like, that's only if the prize support is 100%, right? That's only if you pay out what they put in, you're making $24 on the packs, okay? But people don't like that. They want better payout, right? They want, because like it's greedy, right? Why would the LGS not pay us better? But then you have somebody's running the tournament. You're paying them to run this draft and distribute the packs and make judge calls and all this stuff. And, people are like, LGSs are greedy. And then when they get one shot to make some money on like an Ultimate Masters box, it's like they're inflating the price, because the market will bear a higher price. Come on.
No, I mean, I still stand by what I say.
I'm going to just invalidate everything you said by just saying I stand by what I said.
Well, what about in that example of draft? Like, what if they were like, okay, draft, what did you say draft was? Typically like $12 a draft or something like that? 12?
Well, it depends on the model, right?
Okay,
if you start chasing the $10 people, because you can draft for $10 at some places. If you start chasing those people, then you're gonna be negative on the draft. You're gonna be negative on the. Yeah.
So what if they were like, okay, we're doing $10 drafts, or we get your rares, and it's $6 a draft.
Yeah, but like, why don't I just open the boxes then?
Who? Me,
as a store owner. Like, why am I going to pay you? Why am I going to like pay an employee to run a draft when I'm basically paying $6 for your rares? Like, well, I'll just open the boxes then, and I'll get the rares, and then I don't have to pay an employee to run a draft. Well, like.
Is that what I'm saying? I don't know if that's how I'm articulating it properly.
It's $6 for a draft, right? But we keep your rares.
Right. So there's like a $4 discount.
Right. So we paid $6 for the packs or $7 for the packs, right? We paid for them. Those packs, they didn't come for free, so we paid for those packs, $7 or $6 and change or whatever, right? So now you give me $6, right? Which pays for the packs. That's it. Right? And then I get your rares. So basically, you paid me my $6 back. So what do I get out of the deal? Rares.
Right. Well, what are you getting out of the deal at $10?
Nothing. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Right. So at that point, you're at least getting the rares, right?
It's a negative solution. It's just how much negative do you want to be? And the point I'm trying to make is that, people have these negative views of local game stores. On Twitter, I said, why not let the local game stores sell the Mythic Edition? And people just lost their mind because they're going to gouge people. I mean, look at this. There's $600 on TCG Player.
I think the better is the better example for the LGS is that those new Challenger decks, right? Where they're all supposed to be like what, $25?
Well, that's the MSRP, right? Yeah.
Right. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, they're all $25. Okay. You go to the LGS.
If you can find the ones that you want, right?
Right. You have to be there right when they come out, right?
Right. Because otherwise I'm just going to go buy all the arcane whatever ones.
Is it? Yeah. And so like I go to my local game store, and the white weenie one, it's 25, and then it's 50 for the
sure.
So it's like I get it, but then I don't get it. It's a feel bad situation, just like you're miss out on the the Mythic Edition. It's a feel bad.
But let me ask you this: why would I sell you that for $25 when I could just open the singles and put them on TCG Player and make that money?
I'd rather you do that. I'd rather you do
Why
that than to see
don't I
a
do that?
double the. You should.
You know, I would just, you know, the reason I wouldn't do that is because some people want the deck. So like, it doesn't make sense like to just open those decks and put those singles in if you're trying to serve the customer. But it also doesn't make sense to sell them for $25 to the customer, because otherwise you could just open the packs and just put the singles on online.
And that, I guess that's where the problem lies when they do things like that. When there's going to be one that's better than the other, but they're all supposed to be the same price.
Right. There's some tension there, but like, to me, it's like, I think we just have to have an understanding for the people who are running these stores. Now, I'm not saying every store is an angel. Sure, there's some scumbags out there who are doing things, that are not right, and that's for sure. That's definitely happening. I'm not saying that's not happening. But what I'm saying is that, like, one of the things that I get, working with LGSs and stuff like that, people will tell the LGS, like, well, TCG low is this much. Why is it not this much?
There's no overhead on TCG low.
And it's like, well, here's the thing, man. If I put it at TCG low, the card is not going to be here in the store. Like you can have it access to it, or because they're like, I can put that money, I can sell it on TCG and get that card. And I'm like, yeah, well, I could sell it on TCG and get that money. Like, you're not bringing anything different to me. You're telling me you want to give me what I can get on TCG for it. Like, that doesn't make a difference. Like, in the end, I think there has to be some give and take for the LGS to survive. Like, people have to understand, look, there's overhead, and also they have to keep these cards in stock. If they put it at TCG low, it's just going to sell and there's never going to be anything in stock. Do you want your LGS to have cards in stock? Like, do you, when you go to build a deck for F&M, do you want to show up and be like, hey, let me get some lava coils? Sorry, we don't have any. What? Like, okay, how about some clifftop retreats? Yeah, no, we're out of those too. Like, no, that's bad. But then also it's like, okay, how much is a clifftop retreat? $4.99. What? $4.99? They're $3.79 on TCG Player.
All right, get him for F&M. Starts in an hour.
Sorry, I'm banging my mic all over the place. Okay, let's catch up with the chat. And then, well, did you want to say something before we catch up with the chat?
No, I think it's just, as far as LGS, it just feels like it's down to sealed versus singles, right? I feel like you don't get as bad feel. I don't get as bad feel bad paying a little bit more for singles because I get it. It's when there's sealed product that is spiking when there's linear. There should be a linear delineation between the different product. And I get it, but that's where the feel bads. I understand it, but it feels bad more on sealed product than it does on singles.
Yeah, I could see that there's feel bads, and I think people in the chat were saying some stuff about this. So let's see.
Let's catch up with chat.
Let's catch up with chat.
We love you.
Okay. Suggest a retail price. This is correct. All right, so they're talking about gas. I can sell gas for $3 per gallon credit, but $2.89 cash discount. Okay, because if you run, I guess the credit card costs money to
it's like
process.
A 30-cent swipe.
It's 30 cents per swipe, and then it's some percentage, right? For me, it's okay. This sounds interesting. It's more customer trust than anything to me. I go to my FLGS. I think that means friendly local game store. I would like to trust that they aren't going to gouge me for more than what seems reasonable, but reasonable is subjective. Okay, I think that's a great attitude. It's just hard to come to like terms with what's reasonable, because maybe you don't understand what the costs are behind the LGS. And I'm not saying, oh, you don't understand that because you're not smart or something like that. I'm just saying, like, the costs are not apparent. They're not like out for everybody to see. And so it's hard for you to say what's reasonable. You got to imagine that most people who are running LGS who are good owners are trying to charge reasonable prices because they want to sell the items. It's just that they also have to pay all this overhead and all this other stuff. And so what looks like a win on the surface is not always a win. It's just not. I don't want to get into like talking about personal experiences with specific LGSs because I don't want to share information that shouldn't be shared. But what
Right.
I will say is, and I don't mean dramatic information or stuff, I just like, I keep all that stuff private. But what I will say is that a lot of times things look like a win to a player, but they are not wins financially. They are losses. And a lot of things you do in an LGS, you operate at a loss for certain things, and you try to make up those losses in windfalls or in other areas. And so, it feels bad when I hear people talking about LGSs gouging when I know that LGSs are struggling because of the cost to do this stuff and the margins and all of the compression that's happening from like the sick deals, Facebook culture, TCG player culture,
Twitter culture,
Twitter culture, all of this stuff that's compressing the margins is just making it super difficult for LGSs to find ways to make their money. And some people are talking about in chat here where it's like, well, hey, you take a loss on the draft so you can have people in the store. And then they might buy stuff. I see the sales from LGS stores. I see those numbers. It's in a way, it's not worth it to have people there for draft. Because what you're paying for the lights, what you're paying to have people there manning the draft, it's not going to, their Coke and their pack of sleeves are not going to offset that. It's just not going to happen, especially for drafters, but it's it's a catch-22 because you can't have an LGS without people. If you don't get people in to draft, then people are just not going to show up because they're going to be like, oh, well, the drafts never fire there. I'm not going there. I'll go to the other store where the drafts fire. And so it is a catch-22, but I don't think you're winning in that situation. I don't think you're winning. So they do save on shipping fees by selling through the shop, right? Yeah, that's true. You save on fees from TCG Player and on shipping when you sell through the shop instead of on TCG. So I think that, I think that's true. It's not the Coke, it's the box they scoop on out the door. You mean the box that you guys want for like $84 or $90 because that's what's being sold on the internet?
I can get it on eBay for that. Can't you give it to me?
Yeah, it's like, come on, okay. The boxes cost $80 for the LGS, and then after the credit card fees and the swipe, if we're selling it for $90 or whatever, it's not really a big profit, these boxes. The margin is really not there. And so and any time you try to make that margin, it's really called out as being scummy or whatever. So it's tough, and I'm in a tough spot because I'm kind of advocating for LGSs, and I don't want to advocate for scumbags who are doing bad things. I'm not trying to advocate for that. I'm just trying to give more perspective on stuff. People don't think about. I think Race Slim is making a good point. No one thinks about the store when they have to absorb lackluster sets like Ixalan and Iconic Masters. This is true. Okay, people want to have core set in the store, right? So the LGS buys all this core set, and what happens? Yeah, we fire a draft or a handful of drafts. We sell some packs and some boxes, and then we're sitting on infinite core set or sitting on infinite bad set. That money's dead. Dead money. And so there's so much dead money in the LGS, right? You just look, I know because I deal with LGSs. So much dead money. I grew up basically living in the store during the 90s Fallen Emperor. I appreciate LGS culture. I appreciate people being there. I appreciate the people I meet. I like LGSs, and I'm not trying to give bad jujus, but there was a reason why I didn't start an LGS when I had legit MTG. The overhead, all the numbers were just bad. The numbers looked bad. The only thing good about having an LGS to me, who I already had the successful website, right? The only thing that looked good was getting sealed product. I could get sealed product against an LGS. So I had to I was just looking at the loss that I had to take to get the sealed product. And it's a loss, at the time with my figuring. Now, I didn't start at LGS, so I didn't know what it looked like in practice. But now that I work with LGSs, I do know what it looks like in practice, and I was onto something there. So Dub says it's only going to get worse with the easily accessible to digital versions of the game. I'm not sure about that. I think that the digital version brings people in. That's what's happening right now.
Especially during pre-release.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, it just brings people into pre-releases, bring people into the shop who like want to start playing in paper. Also, like, if I were to start an LGS, what I would start is just a Commander Cafe. Like, I would not even run F&Ms, or like not in the traditional way. My F&Ms would be EDH pods, and all my tables would be circle tables. Like, that's how I would do it, because like the Commander players really are the best thing to ever happen to an LGS. And so like, to me, like, I would just be like commandercafe.com. Like, that would be my store. And because also the digital version is not going to replicate the Commander atmosphere. It's not going to replicate. That's what one of my locals does, and they're killing it. See, yeah, Dub knows what's up. At least consider BattleBox. Well, I would have my Commander BattleBox at the store where people could just play it anytime,
BattleBox.
Yeah, BattleBox. You don't know anything about that, do you? I think we got
to.
way off the topic of the... Guys, we went so deep off the topic of the Mythic Edition Fiasco. Did we cover that enough? Do you guys want to hear anything else about the Mythic Edition Fiasco? Do you have questions?
I feel like we did.
Or should we talk a little bit more about any of that stuff? Let us know.
So I guess going back to that. So I say that the WPN promo pack is good. Are you advocating for a yet to be determined box topper? Like, is that what you think you deserve?
What kind of, are you putting me in a spot? So just so you know, I failed on getting the boxes, and so everybody knows, I have a little bit of skin in the game in the case that, like, whatever they decide to give, I'm going to get that, right? Mm-hmm. Now, to me, anything is better than nothing, right? So, like, the fact that I'm getting an eBay coupon is, like, sick. I've been wanting to get a keyboard for my wife for the iPad, and, like, I might just apply that coupon and save a little bit. That's happy to me. If I get this WPN pack, I'm going to be happy. But here's the honest truth. My expectation is at least a box topper, because that's what they did last time. So, like, it would just feel bad if all the people last time got those box toppers and then I didn't get one. That would feel bad. Right?
But what if there is no, like, box topper like, what if there is no box topper outlet? You know what I'm saying? Like, so Modern Horizons comes out, they don't have box toppers. So that's right. Off the table. So what would you
I'd
then
be happy
be okay
with, like, one of the planeswalkers from the set, ship me like an Ugin, ship me a Jace. Like, I'm happy with that, That's that's the equivalent of a box topper, maybe we don't even, maybe a Nicol Bolas or a Tezzeret,
And you're talking the
or a Gideon,
the Mythic Edition version.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Why not? Why not? Right?
Well, because they only made 12,000 of them, right? How would they have all these extra ones to give out?
They
for
made
free?
12,000 boxes.
I
Maybe
see.
they can do a little print run, of just the 8 planeswalkers, cut them up, put a stamp on them for us.
Don't you think at that point they should just do a second wave of Mythic Edition?
I would buy it.
Buy
it. Like, sure.
That's why they should do a second wave rather than just give them out for free like that.
I mean, maybe, but this is one planeswalker versus, like, all 8 in a box,
I hear you. I think
that's crazy,
utterly ridiculous that would be the expectation.
But you said, what if there's no box toppers? Well, what's the closest analog in your mind?
The WPN promo pack, I think, lines up perfectly with what the expectation should be.
That's what I asked you earlier. If you felt like the WPN pack had the same value as the box topper.
Clearly it doesn't have the same monetary value.
Okay,
but I'm saying
that's the expectation, though, right?
The expectation is to get a free possible $100.
That's what they did last time. Did they not?
So they've set this bar. That's what you're telling me? They've set this bar.
Yes, they did. They made the mistake. They set the bar. Just bought CommanderCafe.com. Did you really? Oh, man.
I did check that, and it was available.
Why'd you do that, man? Scumbag.
You can't do ideas on a stream, Medina.
Are you giving it to me? You're going to cut me in on the profits? All right, I'm in. I appreciate that.
Here's the thing. You lost out on that domain. So
Right.
What do you think Dub should give you since you didn't get that return?
A War of the Spark Mythic Edition box.
All right. I think it's legit.
He's going to cut me in on the profits, so I'm
Okay, even better. It's a verbal.
This is a verbal contract. I am recording this.
It is. It's going up on YouTube, so.
Yeah, I should not brainstorm on stream, by the way. There
Yeah,
are
that's
some
a
good
bad
ideas. But, ideas are not really worth anything unless you're going to execute them. You know what I mean? So
right.
it's like whatever. That's what you learn in game design, like when you don't want to share your idea, right?
Okay. How about this?
Okay, I'm hearing you.
What if they sent out, okay, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm listening.
A special 1-card pack of a random foil Japanese alternate art planeswalker. Would that suffice?
I think that's great.
However, I feel like there's a huge however coming after that.
No, I think it's great. Like, you have a lot of variants in there. You could get the $600 Liliana, or you could get a Tybalt.
Yeah.
But you had a chance, Just like with the box toppers. You could get a Lava Claw Reaches.
Yep.
That's sad trombone. Or you could get a foil Demonic Tutor, right? So,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
So if we compromise, is that a good compromise? I personally still think it's going to be the WPM pack. We'll see. This is a called shot, everybody. Babe Ruth right here. Calling it. Calling my shot.
Speaking of packs, I think we should give some stuff away. Let's see what we got.
Yep.
For everybody who's been hanging out and just listening to this whole stuff. Okay, let's see what I have here. I got some packs. I got some Ravnica Allegiance packs. Okay.
Ooh.
I got some Allegiance packs.
Nothing like the second oldest set.
I also have some Korean Hour of Devastation and Korean Amonkhet.
What?
So
now, does the Korean have a chance at the
yes.
Invoke? Open one of those.
Okay.
Go big.
So what should we do? Should we do the Korean Hour of Devastation or the Amonkhet and try to get a masterpiece? Or should we do Ravnica Allegiance? Masterpieces. Okay.
See, right there.
Korean.
That's why the masterpieces should be in the packs, because people open up more packs. I'm just saying. Look at that.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to open this, but first we're going to open up a giveaway, and then the person who wins the giveaway is going to win the most expensive card in the pack. Okay?
But you have to be able to translate it.
You're going to win the most expensive card in the pack, and because I don't want to send a whole pack full of Korean cards to you, because
I like it. I think Dub and I we finally meshed. I feel like we were being a little. We were maybe bouncing off each other, but he's like, boom, exactly, all caps. They should be in the packs. All right, Dub and I, we're on solid ground together.
Okay, I'm glad you and Dub figured it out. I'm going to make a new giveaway. So I think I have to delete some giveaways.
Ooh.
I've done too many giveaways.
Too many.
All right, Aqua's Hero. Thank you for the follow.
Yes, amicable.
All right, so this is we're going to give away the Korean Hour of Devastation pack. Okay, and we're going to create this. Okay, it's ready. ! Raffle to join the giveaway. ! Raffle in the chat. So don't forget the ! Raffle. Put that in the chat.
So what is the most expensive non-masterpiece card in Amonkhet?
We're doing Hour of Devastation first, okay? So let's look. We're going to find out what is the most expensive Hour of Devastation card. Do we know any card in Hour of Devastation? Is Hour of Devastation in the set Hour of Devastation? Let's find out.
Planes. Basic.
Dude, you
planes.
can't look up planes. They're going to have like 1 million cards in there. Okay, Hour of Devastation. All right, let's see what the most expensive card in the pack is. All right, we got another follow. Tigers Rule! Thank you for the follow. I hope that you saw what you won. I hope that everyone. I'm noticing some
I'm
people.
pretty
from
sure
Twitter.
that Tiger's Rule hit a pretty good one, if I remember
Tiger's
correctly.
Rule hit a good one. I'm not gonna.
You hit a good one, Tiger.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Oh, another follow.
The Scarab God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brookhorse. Yeah, you won something too, I think. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like the best thing you can open is a Scarab God, and then a Razaketh the Foul-Blooded, and then a Locust God.
Okay.
Those are sweet. Man, if we open like a Korean foil Locust God,
don't go backsies. Don't go backsies.
Can we work something out for that? Can we work something out for that? If we open something like super sick for my EDH decks, we gotta work something out, right? All right.
So is Korean your preferred language?
No, but if it's foil, no backsies. All right, you guys.
I'm holding them to it, Zuko. Don't worry.
You can hold me to it. Here we go. All right, we're gonna open this pack. Let's give something away. I'm gonna close the giveaway. 30 seconds, and I'm gonna close the giveaway. Let's go in there. We got 10 entries so far. This is sweet. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna stop it now. Closed.
Dub.
Oh man, I'm gonna announce it in chat who won. Rigged. Rigged. All right, let's see what it is.
Zuko.
Let's see what it is. Should I just go straight to the back?
100%. Flip it. Flip it and rip it.
Oh, this is not a bad one.
Uh-oh. His eyes aren't lighting. Oh.
That's what we got.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Can you see it?
I didn't play during that set, so I don't know what that is.
That's
green.
Crucible Worlds on a creature.
Oh.
Not bad. Not bad.
What you don't know is he slid the invocation.
Come on, you should trust me better than that. If I open an invocation, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was looking for the eyes. The eyes were gonna be the giveaway.
I'm gonna be pumped. I'm gonna be pumped if I do that. All right, let's do another one. Let's do the Amonkhet one. We gotta open better. Let's do another one. Hold on a second. Don't enter yet.
Zuko hopes you don't open better.
Well, we have the Zuko. It's for the stream.
It's for the good of the stream, Zuko.
It's for the good of the stream. We gotta do it. All right, here we go. Exclamation point raffle. This is for an Amonkhet, the best card in this Amonkhet pack. Okay, and I will say that I did also open in this other pack a braid. So I don't know if a braid or the Magus of the guy is better. But
Magus of the guy.
Magus of the Crucible. If Magus of the Crucible is better, you tell me which one you want. But I'm going to open this pack while people are entering, just so I get a little bit of a sneak peek.
Ooh.
All right, let's see.
Watch the eyes, everybody.
Don't look at my eyes.
Watch them.
Don't look at my eyes. Okay. I now know what's in this pack. And we're going to draw a winner.
He's slow rolling it. It's amazing.
Okay, here we go. 30 seconds, and then we're going to draw a winner. Let me mark this with Zuko's name. Actually, I'm sending Zuko a feather deck pretty soon.
Ooh,
so
how did he get a feather deck?
We brewed a feather deck on stream, and he bought it. He just bought it. Just straight up, like a baller, was like...
Way to go, Zuko.
He was like, build me a deck, Medina. Here's some money. And I was like, let's do it. All right, so this is Zuko's. We're going to write this down here. And then now we're going to draw a new name. No, don't sit out. No, get in there, man. Get in there. But you better do it fast because I'm closing up shop here. All right, let's pull another name. Another 10 entrants. Oh, it's scooped up to 11. Here we go. Draw. Oh, it was not Zuko. All right, congratulations, Dub.
And then Dub also said, if you have anything crazy laying around that he can send you money for, that you can open and then donate to stream.
Oh.
Anything crazy? Do you have anything crazy laying around? Any sealed Masters packs or anything?
All right, let's look at
what
this.
What you got? Oh.
We got a Cycle Land.
Oh.
A Cycle Land for Dub, which is in Korean, which is sweet.
Chicken dinners all around.
Chicken dinners. What do I have crazy?
Come on.
I don't have anything crazy.
Original Zendikar.
I don't have anything crazy. I sold everything, man. It's a red and black Cycle Land. Red and black.
That is correct, Brookhorse. Canyon Slow.
Canyon Slow. Okay. I think
Gotta support the things
we're
you
gonna
love.
do one of these Ravnica Allegiance packs as well. So let me shut down the giveaway. Archive that trash. Ravnica Allegiance.
Yeah, I don't know if you are you able to look at the list of people that you got for the Planeswalkers. Tiger's asking.
Yeah. I'll look at that. So exclamation point raffle to get in there, and then I'll try to pull up that list real quick. So don't forget, enter into the raffle while I'm doing this list thing, and then we're going to open up a pack of Ravnica Allegiance.
Ravnica Allegiance. So we're looking for what is Hydroid Crassus the big ticket?
Crisis. All right, let's get over to my Google documents. I don't want to be sharing emails or personal information. So.
Well, of course not.
No. Okay, we'll do a real quick recap. Well, not super recap, but we'll get this information over there. So it looks like, well, people are entering raffle. Don't forget, exclamation point raffle to get in on the Ravnica Allegiance pack. Tiger's Rule. Right here, you won a Liliana.
That's right. That's what I thought. Congrats.
You won a Liliana Dreadhorde General. Hype!
Hype!
And then, let's find the... I thought Brookhorse was in here too, no?
It looks like Zuko said they got the Sarkin. Triple Cheese got Sarkin.
Oh, is that who that was? Triple Cheese? Yeah, Triple Cheese.
Zuko is on it, by the way.
Zuko is on it. Yeah, so this is the list. This is the list of the goodies. Tybalt, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, Tiger.
Also wondering, Tombstone, which one you hit. You got Kasmina. Kasmina. That's what you got. All right, so I think we're in the raffle is all here. And so let's take a look at, we got 10 entrants. All right, let's draw a new winner. Oh, man. Dub ran it back. He won again.
Woohoo!
Wow, Dub. What are you going to get this time, Dub?
It's all coming up, Dub.
And thanks for saving me on shipping. Scumbag Medina with the shipping savings. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is trash, man.
Oh.
Sorry.
You got to slow roll the trash.
We got a lumbering battlement.
Ah.
Well, I only have 2 packs left. I guess we should save them. Yeah. Save them for another day. Yeah, let's save them. One day we'll get some really good stuff to open. More. One more. All right, we'll do one more. All right, we're going to do it.
Medina is a river to his people.
All right. Well, once I'm out of packs, then it's done. You know, I can't do. I can't do anything more. You know. All right, we're gonna do one more. Ravnica Allegiance. I gotta keep one pack because I want to just randomly give packs away on Twitter and stuff like that. So I gotta keep one. But we'll open this one. Okay, enter. We might do something different this time. We might show what it is and then draw the winner. Yeah. So. Exclamation point raffle to get in on the pack. And what you will win. Oh, it's a mythic. It is a mythic.
Oh, it's a mythic.
It's a mythic. All right. What you will win is, let's get to the chat here. I want to see some. What you will win is this mesmerizing Benthid.
Oh man.
Yeah, you'll win that sweet octopus. That's what you'll win. Jelly. All right.
Jelly.
Get entered. Hopefully everybody can see what they won from the Twitter giveaway, and we will be wrapping this show up here. We're going to wrap this one up. We're going to put a bow on it. All right, 30 seconds. We're going to close this one. Tap your things. Oh, man. All right. Let's close it down. 11 entries. Draw an entrant. Angle. Congratulations.
Way to go.
You win. You are a winner.
A winner is you.
Eric, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. All right, so here we are. We're done. We gave away 37 Planeswalkers tonight. We gave away 4 packs. Oh, and by the way, if you did win something, please whisper me your address and tell me what you won. Because if you just whisper the address, when I get around to sending this stuff, I will not remember. And I will
Tell them you won the Mythic Edition.
There is no Mythic Edition to win. But if you tell me you won a battle box that's made of commons, then I will ship it to you. Because that's Ben's.
It's a lie. He won't even ship it to the person supposed to ship to.
Oh, man. What a scumbag. What a scumbag. I think I have your address, Zuko. You and I are buds. Send your winnings to Zuko. Are you serious? Should I put it all? He's super saving me on shipping.
That's what he's trying to do.
What a champ. What a champ. All right. Well, I think that's it. Well, do you guys have anything else before we sign off? Thank you, Dub. I'll send those over to Zuko. I will transplant these cards into Zuko's sleeve right now. All right.
Engel said send mine to him too.
Are you serious?
Zuko wins it all.
Zuko takes it all home. Zuko is a great asset to the stream. Everybody loves Zuko. So thank you so much for what is happening. This is great, man. This is great. All right. I'm going to get some sleep. There's nothing else, right, Ben? Are we good? We're good. Right?
I think any final questions, hot takes?
Any hot takes, final questions before we close this puppy down?
So basically, they should be giving out gold-plated Mythic Editions to all the people that did not
exactly
be able to spend them. Yeah.
Right. And then also, next time the Mythic Edition needs to be $500 plus.
I think we've pretty much solved all their problems.
Yeah, we solved it for you, Wizards. You can go home now.
They would have made $6 million in 20 minutes.
I think it's good. All right. Everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for joining us. And, again, we'll look forward to giving away some more stuff, man. I like giving away stuff. I like talking to you people. And I will see you all later. Good night.
And good luck.
Now I have to find the shut off button.